Alright, got an arena game here. We're facing some pretty strong competition. We've got Nerdcube and Myoblast, two familiar faces. And I'm not as familiar with Desmond Vans. So we've got Auren and Alchemists picked into the first two seeds. We had the Stronghold event in round one. It looks like Auren are probably going to end up on this 4 coins pass tile with the cult bump. That's a good way. Like if you take air 2 as Auren, you can start on 1, bump to 2, take air 2 to get to 4, and then use the Auren step to get to 6. So you get 3 extra workers, which would be 5 worker production for round 2 without building a dwelling. That's pretty solid. Alchemists, obviously, opening the stronghold is very good. You have a good chance at landing on the priest, the spade, or the big building, all of which are extremely good pass tiles for alchemists. So yeah, I like this all around. The one question for Auren is, do you take a power action or not in round 1? There's a pretty good case for no, you don't, and you just pass for round 2. If there's no gray in the game, then you can just double dig this hex in round 2. There's no power tiles, by the way. That's a very interesting thing to see. Kind of rare to see that. So I think that's good news for alchemists. If you don't get blocked from grabbing the 3 power priest at the beginning of the game. We're picking fourth, so we're going to get to determine the final outcome of the color wheel. Right now, the worst thing that we can see is probably blue, but maybe yellow is also kind of annoying. As a thought experiment, like if it were Chaos Magicians, would we take the spade and dig E7? Or would we take the big building tile and try to open the sanctuary? It's really not clear. The big building is so good, and like the extra 9 points is so strong that, but E7 is also very strong. Gotta check on something real quick. Okay, what do we got? We have treasurers picking a C3. Oh my god, I hate treasurers. Okay, I mean, color wise, I think that the nicest way to round this out is with a brown faction. And I think halflings are pretty reasonable here. Yeah, let's pick halflings. Yeah, air rewards are pretty good for halflings. We can start with like, well, honestly, I would like halflings in like an earlier seat here, but halflings starting with a spade won't be that bad. I think Auren are probably the 40 faction. They should do well in the cults. I think halflings are going to be the other cult faction. They should be able to get at least something going on over here in the east. Yeah, if I'm Auren, I'm probably not really prioritizing this E7 hex too much. Treasures are going to be very good. They're going to be annoying to deal with, and this is a faction that I don't love playing or playing against very much. We see some action on treasures, and I think that honestly it's a pretty good move. I'm trying to figure this track out. Like, no one has an incredible track. Auren are going to be at a disadvantage because they're going to be the one faction that doesn't have um, advanced digging by the end of this game. All three of these factions will have advanced digging, so these events are going to be very strong for them. Treasures will probably just start either G2 or D7, which really squeezes your opportunities for halflings or for Auren. Like D7 squeezes Auren's town here. They're probably good. I think that it's probably correct that treasures are this good, but it's annoying to evaluate them. Like with three of these past tiles in, like they're probably starting on the two workers early, which is very, very strong. They don't necessarily open with the big building, but they'll always, and they also don't synergize necessarily with the air cult reward either. I'm curious to see where everyone else's opinion lies for later though. Let's see what happens if I do this. As alchemists, I think that we probably just open with a stronghold, buy the priest, buy the two workers, build a big building. I also wonder if we go D7, F5 as halflings, if we can discourage alchemists from building in the east, can get Auren on E9. I was curious about this player. They don't have good reputation. That's pretty annoying. So what's the plan here as Auren? We just open with a stronghold and then alchemists probably blow up this town up here. So I don't think that we're gonna get that town. We can't play that culty because we will run out of. Well, we could buy the priest with our first action, right? Buy the priest and send the first priest to water. And then we have good positioning on both air and water. Okay, I think I like that line okay for Auren. And then round 2, we just temple for Earth 1. The thing about treasure is that you always get E7. Like, you're almost always going to get single dig. So getting the center town and probably getting a town over here early, like... The only question is, like, do you manage to get Earth 1 afterward? I think the answer is you probably do. So G2 is like an exceptionally good leech spot because auren are going to build on F4 and it chokes out halflings from E6, which is one of the big issues with E6, I think. D7 stops auren from making a town using or D7 just gets you D7 and it prevents auren from making a town through here, but it's not clear how incredible that is. You get a bridge town and it's like good shipping to natural reds. Alchemists really want this B4 hex. Probably will beat us there. Yeah, G2 is really tough on halflings. Halflings would just have to build double east then. But the problem for halflings building double east is that these dwellings, you want them early in the game. Having them late in the game is very tough on halflings. Like I don't know really how you get over here for this other town. I think I slightly like auren more than alchemists just as a faction. I think that they're more fun to play, but I don't think that that's the right price right now. But I definitely foresee some problems for halflings late in the game. Like building through these to expand is hard. If you can double east and discourage alchemists from going to the east at all, then that's great. But if they just start on G5, then that plan is kind of shot. Okay, we're on alchemists. We're going to start on E5 and see what halflings do. I think either B5 or E10 is correct, depending on what halflings do. G5 could be correct, but we'll find out. I feel deeply uncomfortable right now. What if we just place E10? This guarantees us like some safety over here, right? Then halflings will pick G5. Our second one could just go on B5, but that's actually pretty troublesome. Let's place center because we definitely want to be in position to ship this game. Who put in the Reg Scourge? Myoblast put in Treasures, and honestly, I think I would be rather playing basically any of the other factions other than Alchemists right now. The math that they have to go through is pretty annoying, but being in C2 and being guaranteed one of these three really good pass tiles is great news. I think that we can place G5 pretty safely. The problem is connection, right? Like the longer we put off getting to B5 and B4, the higher risk it is that we get cut off connection wise. I guess we're really rushing to connect up here. Desmond is not very good at Terra Mystica, so maybe he won't ship up here in time to beat us there. I'm gonna place E10 for the leech and for the town space. Auren should probably open with a stronghold this game, so hopefully they won't get up to C4 too fast either. Me not bidding halflings, what the hell are you watching? Honestly, this track is just so halflings unfriendly, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Halflings are going to open with a sanctuary. I love it. I'll also, my big fear was that my plan for treasures was to place G2. I think D7 is arguably a mistake for treasures, but they did place there. And like basically, I thought treasures would place G2, and I thought that halflings would take the spade. So it's water one, air one, halflings round three all in. That'll be fun. I don't know. Maybe G5 was better, But this should give me a little more leech. Like halflings already caught a break from treasures not placing G2, so D7 feels fine with E10 and E9, yeah, but treasures like E10 wasn't there yet, right? So they could have just gone G2 and then I probably just go G5 or B5 instead. If I were on G5, they would definitely go G2. Yeah, but I mean, I placed E10 after treasures did this, so yeah. I suspect Nerdcube could go. I mean, would it be crazy for halflings to go double econ like air 2 and fire 1? Air 2 and fire 1 would make it very shipping friendly late, and then if you get lots of shipping, then alchemists aren't a big bother. But I also could have just overestimated halflings' troubles anyway. Like they get a town here, now they're getting a town here in the center. Um, yeah, I don't like this much at all. I'm in a pretty crappy position for leech. Um, wow, what the hell? God, I hate Terra Mystica. Auren getting handed this spade in seat 1 is just insanity. They will just win if they get the spade in seat 1. But also, like, shipping is my dream, right? I mean, Auren getting the priest is also absurd. God, they had much more upside than I realized because now they're going to get G6 as well. Man. Whatever. I mean, this was the plan, right? My plan was I can get this priest, but this is not how it's supposed to go. You might go air to earth too. Yeah. If you're playing play track oriented. Yeah, that's a good point because you need earth 2 to make up for the fact they don't build your dwellings till late. Yeah. That's a good point. You can like these TPs should give you the coins that you need to advance your shipping late, and like this town as well will give you that ability to get up there late. But yeah, I mean, alchemists are just they're not a very fun faction. Yeah, Auren get this spade, which is insane. So they probably just I'm thinking that I would probably just dig E9 with my first action as Auren, and then like no one's taking the 2 workers, so yeah, they're going to get the leech that they need. I think I think I'm gonna upgrade here. Or no, I need the priest, right? God, Orin are gonna get the 2 workers as well. Because these 2 workers I really need in order to build as many dwellings as I can, but I could just not stronghold, but that seems really bad. Yeah. I need either the priest or the 2 workers. Either way it saves me 2 power, so whatever. This is how it has to be. I hate Terra Mystica. Yeah, I mean, like the issue with a 4 player game is that your opponents can do unexpected things, right? And I think that these unexpected things have hugely benefited my opponents. Treasure's not taking this spade is indefensible. Like, yes, 12 coins later is quite good, but this is 4 coins and it's the most important hex in your game. Now treasures have a lot of incentive to rush B4 against me, which is obviously not something that I want to see. But like E7 connected them before, but now they're not connected, and obviously like Nerdcube is the person who kind of caused a lot of this by taking the big building tile. But again, treasures could have defended against like Nerdcube wanting to open with the big building if they had just placed G2 and whoa, treasures take the 2 workers. This got weird. I thought that Auren would want that. Now that's awkward for Auren, but they have a million leech, so. So the stronghold going here in the west is probably the easiest route for me in terms of towning, because if I want like a 4 town or like, if I want to maximize my structures, like this doesn't get a lot of neighbors over here in the west. I would need D3. And with Fire 2, then I can do it with no expensive TPs, just like these 4 hexes. Um, Over here in the east, I have very good adjacency, so any sort of town like can go here. Like this could be 3 TPs and a dwelling, all cheap. But but do I really want D3 when I could invite treasures here and then dig through for a town here? It's not obvious like what exactly I want right now. Wow. Nerd Q is also going to get double dig. God, I really wish I just played halflings. But I wouldn't have. Yeah, like if I had seen this with like no one on G5 and no one on G2, then I think that I probably would have just taken the sanctuary tile. But if there had been more crowding on G2, then I think that taking the spade would have been better. But whatever. I think we're upgrading here. I don't really want to feed halflings more, and I think that treasures will upgrade D7 anyway. And I can make more expensive TPs, or I can just not make it. I don't have to use this hex to make a town. Looks like a decent Water 2 Alchemist game. Maybe in round 2. Maybe round 2 can be Water 2. For now, I'm pretty sure that I'm doing other stuff. I wonder if halflings will go double econ. I mean, I think that Earth 2 is very good or Earth 1 is very good this game with the lack of the ship VP tile and these. So I'm not sure how he's going to play this. Auren getting this much leech is insanity. I think halflings might be realizing that double dig is not that useful for them this round. The faster that they get out of this round, which they should be able to beat Auren out of this round, the faster they can just secure double dig in round 2. I'm fairly certain that that's what Nerdcube will see as well. If you don't take Fire 1, you're going to want the coins. You can land on this coins tile. And yeah, if you just like, Auren never have fewer than 2 moves left, basically. Unless like they're going to abandon Stronghold in round 1, which, I mean, admittedly you can do. They 5 power priest to air. I think that is fancy play, and I think that it's bad. I think that the upside to that is that I guess you don't give Auren the opportunity to double dig, but I think that that's too fancy, and I don't think it's that good. But we'll find out. I think that we definitely want to just put this stronghold up. Treasures will give me the opportunity to double dig. Okay, they have gone strongholds, which is fun. So they're definitely not advancing shipping soon, which means, okay, no, Auren could be coming up to C4, so I still need to prioritize shipping. But what if I dig and build C8 and then double advance ship and build B3 or something? Then like I'm in very good position to build B5. No, I think that that's all overly fancy. I'm very much considering priest to water though. Like the priest to water, like we were talking about water too. I kind of feel like priest to water is kind of good here. Alright, so halflings have 1 action left. Then Auren are going to get onto this pass tile too. What? All right, whatever. I think that we need to stay the course. We could end up on the 2 workers pass tile, which is a pretty decent outcome. Sanctuaries have the cheap strong or sanctuary, or halflings have the cheap sanctuary, so this will only cost them 6 coins. Now, admittedly, the 5 power priest to air is good because I mean I always wanted that air cult reward as halflings, and I was even thinking that the priest might be okay if the spade weren't such high value. So in the end, like Auren's choice to upgrade here really helped out halflings. They are going to like try to just town early, I think, to get the 2 key town and lock that up. It is Earth 2, Air 2. Auren, I think Auren are trying to figure out if they value the double dig next round more or if they value getting on this pass tile more. But either way, they can't hang on to both those pass tiles. So I will get either the spade or the 2 workers pass tile next round. So that's good news for me. Okay, they take the coins because they want that pass tile more than they want the double dig, which is fine. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if I passed and just took double dig, wouldn't it? Would that be funny? What's the downside to doing that? The downside is that I get 1 fewer worker this round, and I miss out on a pass tile. But yeah, I probably just need to value worker production right now. Okay. Let's do ship advance. You told me that treasures were going to build the stronghold. Yeah, but I mean, I guess we'll start to see the benefits of it next round, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to get onto the spade, and then I'll be in pretty solid position to actually stall to try to get onto this pass tile afterward. That all seems decent. We might face an Earth 1 rush next round, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. What if I did transform this hex to black and transform this hex to brown? And then I think I can still build a dwelling. And then I'm going to get the spade so I can just build this next. And then I'll just worry about the time. Yeah, like I'm not in good position. Like my worker economy is simply not there to afford Earth 1 easily. So I think I'll just build lots of dwellings next round and then I'll temple for water 1 or something. Yeah, that's the plan. And I will have still free hexes. I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes to build next round and 4 workers. That's perfect. It's not exactly how we drew it up, but why not build 2 more dwellings right now? I really want to just secure like this space. I don't know if that was truly better. Like basically, I figured like I would need 2 digs here, and if I land on the spade, I don't know like how many digs I'm going to get. So hello. But yeah, like why use the double dig there? My answer was basically I wanted to like secure space. Um, and like I basically wanted to secure this hex and this hex. Treasurers take the workers and they stash them in the safe. Okay, that makes sense. That's what they were supposed to do. I guess the worst part is that I won't have priest production, and then that's quite bad. All right, Auren are going to advance their shipping, so I'm just going to cut across here immediately so that we have no questions. I think ending with Stronghold and 7 dwellings is pretty good at the end of round 2. Even if we don't get Earth 1, we'll hopefully be able to get Water 1. The Aurens are a nerf that doesn't need one. I agree. The one good thing about Auren is that um, their sanctuary their sanctuary being expensive encourages people to play better because they should care more about um, they should want to build a stronghold, right? The expensive sanctuary basically encourages people to build the stronghold for Auren. It's kind of silly, but yeah. And yeah, I think that the mermaids and the cultists kind of make sense. Time travelers is also very bad. Like there's really no point in that. Auren takes some coins. That also makes sense. I guess they figured that they're going to get the leech that they need to single dig this. Because what they should really want this round is Temple Earth 1 and then build these 2. And I think that they're going to get exactly what they need for that. Here's the temple. I wonder if you take Econ here as treasures or if you take Earth 1. I think that either one could work out. I would probably just take Earth 1 at this point as treasures. You've got like everything that you need now, in my opinion. Yeah. I'll take Earth 2. Okay. We're going to have some absolutely enormous networks this game. Yeah, losing the race to Earth 1 now is quite bad, and I think that I still might. Especially, like, now that my opponents have gone so econ heavy, the fact that I'm going to lose Earth 1 is very bad. So I'm never landing on the orange pass tile. They have a very, very long round coming. So I'm going to get, God, a priest. Okay, a priest isn't bad. Priest gets us toward dig advances, which is probably what we need for next round. Yeah, this leech situation is not great. Don't we want the dwelling pass tile? But we're not going to get it. Treasurers are going to pass and get the dwelling pass tile. That's kind of what I think is happening. Like, Treasures will take an action here, but I'm going to build C1. I don't really see why I shouldn't build C1 unless the reason that I don't build C1 is to rush Earth 1 next round. But I don't think I can rush Earth 1 next round. Okay, I think that there's a case to passing for this now, then templing Earth 1 and then building C1, right? There is that case. Is it good? That's an open question, but I think it could be good. Okay, I think that there is a case for passing now, taking the dwelling VP tile, and then rushing Earth 1 next round, and then seeing what happens based off those actions, right? So if I build this dwelling now, then treasures will pass. They'll take the priest probably, actually. And then halflings will pass. They'll probably take the dwelling VP. And then I'm stuck with a crappy pass tile. So, yeah, I actually do have to pass here when I actually think about it. We'll see if the treasurers want to build the sanctuary. They might. They might just want to build sanctuary right away for Earth 1. It's interesting that treasures have no native dwelling income or worker income. Why would the treasurers want the dwelling VP pass tile? Yeah, they would probably want the priest, but then halflings would just block the dwelling VP one, which is also bad. But they might just sanctuary Earth 1, which is the downside. If they do that, then we just take Water 1, which is fine. Can we go Water 1 and get a great third turn with it, maybe on the passing tile? I mean, we're now on the dwelling VP pass tile. We also don't have good neighbors. I guess, yeah, this priest went to... Okay, it did go to a ship advance, so we will get C4 built, but I'm not really counting on that. So this player only has 85 rep. They have a quit on their board, so I'm a little concerned. Don't think I've played them before. They also could just have like a bad connection for real, but you think it's over? Oh, well, the wait is over. He's back. Okay. They do just pass. Okay. Cool. The game continues. And they don't even take the spade. They're really, really just playing maximum econ. Fire Chargers, I would probably vault like one of these things. I think we'll probably see the temple from Auren now. Halflings landing on the spade is very good. I assume that they just take coins. Yeah, they'll probably get a coins power action too. Okay, they're gonna delay their town until round 4, which is fine. They will overflow treasures, power bowls, which is sad for me. They're gonna keep evaluating between the spade and the. Okay. This is definitely the most econ that you can get. And this is kind of neat because everyone else overflows power except me. Nerdcube has an interesting one, which is that he could gain 1 power for 1 victory point. If you're truly, truly committed to maximizing your econ, you can do that. But I think that it often just feels bad to overflow. So he doesn't. But, like, it's. What is going on here? This is 100% not the Auren game I would be playing. Feels a little hubristic to me. Because they don't have any spade support otherwise. Oh, okay, never mind. That explains that. Fine. I think there's a pretty reasonable chance that we get double dig next round, which would be pretty sick. Um, what if we prioritize double dig over taking Earth 1? We just take the double dig, turn F7 and E11, and then build our temple. Whether it's Water 1 or Earth 1, it should be fine, right? There's no way I'm losing both. Halflings are not taking both Earth 1 and Water 1. Yeah, I think that we just open with double dig, secure that, secure the town space, and then we build our temple. Auren also have a shipping, which something went wrong here with Auren's game. This is they might still be winning simply because they've gotten like this mother load of leech, and they've gotten onto 2 incredibly good pass tiles, but something is awry here. I guess their round could just be build, and that's it. But they did not have to build this TP, and I don't think that they're going to temple for Earth 1, honestly. Let's see which is worth more points, Water 1 or Earth 1, right? So we build 1 temple, and then let's say we want to get to 15 structures, right? So Earth 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or sorry, it's Earth 1 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that'd be 16 points. Water 1 would be one of the TPs has to get built for Water 1 to happen. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be 15 points. Okay, so Earth 1 and Water 1 are like equivalent for me right now. So I think the answer is we secure the double spade, because that's an action that people might want. They transform G6 as well, so that they really just don't care about what's up here. Okay. Oh, treasures emptied their vault. They have nothing going for them. They're advancing their shipping once. This is not good. Yeah, Nerdcube getting that is unbelievably good. And he probably just starts. Yeah, he probably just tosses the priest onto air, builds G4, transforms this to brown, and yeah, it's off to the races. And auren, do they advance ship and build C4? I would love it if they built C4. They also have G3 just sitting there. Like, I don't. They just have so many options. It's like very good, but okay. Um, it's probably time for treasures to buy this priest. Then I'll temple Earth 1, build F7, build C1, I think. That cannot possibly be the right decision, but I appreciate the neighbor. This ups my chances of towning through here as long as I guess treasures could target B2 with like a double spade next round. Whoa, this is fun. This is really fun. Okay, Nerdcube's not going scoring favors. Kind of makes me think that I might be able to get away with templing for Earth 1 and templing for Water 1. Or templing for Water 1 and then templing for Earth 1. Could that possibly be like a fun line to go to explore? Um, the only problem is that I really like I'm on this dwelling VP tile, and then I would only have 5 worker production for next round. Or yeah, I would only have 5 worker production for next round. But honestly, all I need to do is build 2 dwellings. What would I have on my board left? I would have 4. I would have 4 TPs and 4 dwellings to build for the rest of the game. That's actually not that bad. Like halflings built this dwelling and built this TP. They don't look like they're actually going for Earth 1 or Water 1. And actually treasures are not going for either as well. Auren have set themselves up to take Earth 1 now. Like, how bad is it if I high roll Water 1 here and then just temple for Earth 1? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There's no more TP rounds, so like just scoring off of Water 1 is still good. And as we said, it's worth as much as Earth 1 is anyway. Getting priest production also just can't be that bad. Priest production is like it shouldn't be overlooked as like a source of just good stuff. And Nerdcube will now get to pass onto the big building tile. Man, I wish I could be Nerdcube. That guy's good at Terra Mystica. Come on, buddy. Build me a TP. Build me a TP on C2. If you do that, I will be very grateful to you. Because then I can build another dwelling. Oh, perfect. Your gut instinct says 4 TPs this round. No, I wasn't gonna do that. I wanted to do this, which was build some. Oh, wait. We just got an idea. What if we pass for the big building tile now? Can we do that? Is that legal? And then we just open the round by templing for Earth 1. Halflings are clearly no longer templing for Earth 1. No, I think that we should just secure Earth 1 now. It's more points to pass now, but I think I kind of like just locking it up. Man, it feels so good though. It feels so good if we can just temple Earth, like if we can pass and then secure Earth 1 with our first temple next round, but it does feel like it has a decent chance of disappearing if I wait. And you know what? The 6 coins is also just lots and lots of points. Or the 7 coins, rather. The spade is lots and lots of points. Like, do I need to refresh to get this lined up? It looks kind of crappy on my board right now. Take his Earth 1, buddy. Take it. You got this. The TP pass style can't be right for next round, unfortunately. For me. Auren have not used their cult bump. They also have 2 dwellings left to build, so. Okay, they buy a priest, which feels questionable, but okay. Halflings go 3 TP. Okay, so we did it. We're getting onto this pass tile. Cool. And I think Nerdcube might go Fire 2 next round as his first scoring favor. That'll be really fun. That seems like a distinct possibility right now. Oh, this is very nice for Auren, because then they just build G6 and then they're right on track here. Okay, well, nonetheless. I think it would be irresponsible not to pass now. Well, let's see. Auren are always building again. Halflings are always building again. I'm losing 1 worker and 1 point. I'm pretty sure I can afford to lose 1 worker and 1 point. Just to secure this. Because this is 4 points and 2 workers, so. Are we 4-towning? I don't think we're 4-towning. We have a stranded structure, right? I think treasures are going to want, like, they spent a dig on C2, so they're either going to build B2 or they're going to build D3, possibly both. I think that I can beat them to at least one of those two, but like I might have a stranded temple here, which would definitely not indicate 4-towning. I guess the case for 4-towning is I could take B2 now. Like with my first action, I could single dig B2. Might be worth it. Single dig B2. Also, I have a temple here, right? Like this is not going to be an efficient town here. So I think that it's 3 towns, unfortunately, which doesn't really seem like enough points. Now that I think about it, doesn't seem like enough points if we 3-town. TP pass tile for halflings. I think Auren are just actually kind of killing this game. They built super tall, but they have everything that they need. They have no hex competition. They're going to outperform halflings on network at least. Halflings probably will be the no network faction, but they built nice and tall. They have lots of inherent scoring coming when they go up the dig advanced track. We're just going to have to count on our inherent scoring to carry us the rest of the way here. By the way, Auren advanced their shipping early, and they are finally building a dwelling now. But they advanced ship in round 2 instead of like locking up the first pre-spot on water, which is kind of funny. Halflings will get the 2 key town. Actually, halflings probably just take 2 8-pointers, right? Their first action will be to build G2. Auren's first action will be to build D5, and then halflings will temple fire 2 and take 2 8-pointers. Is what I anticipate. I could take an 8-pointer, but like it doesn't really benefit me that much. What did Auren just do? They finally built G3. Okay. Yeah, getting on this dwelling VP is also pretty filthy. In which case, Auren maybe just take a coin town. Like the 2 key town won't be as valuable. Maybe I'll wind up on the 2 key town. I'm honestly not sure if it's that good for me. Gotta think big to be big. Yeah, I mean, like it's not impossible to 4 town. Like we can't strand this dwelling then, or this then. We probably need to like try to come up through here, but if we get things started by just taking B2, which I don't really see any disadvantage to securing this hex. I guess I miss out on the first priest to water, but no one should really want A4. Man, if Treasures had just taken that spade and built E7, Auren would not be just running away with this game, but I kind of think that they are. Wow, Auren went down here. I don't understand why they didn't come up through here. I guess they were afraid that Treasures would get crazy and dig C3. And I think that that's a pretty reasonable fear. This hex will be there with shipping, so Auren just need a bridge. And halflings to get the coins. That's really helping them out right now. They can get a lot of shipping soon. Wow, okay, now they take the single spade. I'm kind of tempted to upgrade B2 in hopes that Treasures double dig C3. I don't think it'll work though. Oh, Nerdcube took the coin, so now he can't take 2 8-pointers to close air. He needs a temple fire 2 in the 2 key town. That's a lot worse. I think that was a case where giving up the coins was better for Nerdcube. If he had just built G2, that's kind of my opinion. But I mean, he's a very good player, so we don't need to second guess all of his decisions. Also, Auren went for this spade instead of... Yeah, okay, takes the 2 key town. And we'll temple for air 1, build a dwelling, and build a TP. So he's going to take the 2 workers past tile next. Oh wait, that's already gone. Because treasurers took it? Okay, treasurers took the 2 workers. They have 4 priests, which is hilarious. So, yeah, I think that Auren probably just take a coin town then. Maybe like a coin town and, well, first they're going to send priest to water, I assume. I would probably send priest to water if it's still left at this point. Also, an 8-point town seems kind of nice to me now because I can get a priest, or I can get a earth spade rather. But I might not get any points for the earth spade. To be fair, treasure is already on step 4. Auren should always beat me on this cult. Yeah, all I can really hope for is the water priest, but it is a workers' town. Interesting. Oh, because they need to make a TP. Right, they need to go TP, TP, dwelling, dwelling, etc. Okay. I think I want that spot. And halflings don't need an 8-pointer, so I assume that they just go for a priest town. They're going to build the dwelling, temple for air 1, make a TP, and then take a priest town. They definitely don't need a ship town. They're going to manually advance ship. They also could go for a workers town. They might need the workers actually at this point. They'll advance ship and put the cult spade on h5, and they'll just come down through here. And then they probably get a 3rd town out of it if they get enough workers. Maybe not, because they don't have fire 2, and they're going to have so much stuff tied up here. They need to make temple, then TP, temple. Yeah, okay, never mind. They're not going for 3 towns, but we said something about taking an 8-pointer and getting an earth spade, but treasures have so many priests. I think it's still not bad. The step on water is still valuable. The step on fire is valuable. Like the step everywhere is decently valuable, so. I think the rest of our round goes build a TP, build a dwelling. There's air 1. I would just send the priest to earth first. If I were halflings. Oh, I just realized that halflings still don't have water 1. Not that they really need it, but yep, there's the priest. Okay, and treasures probably just keep building dwellings at this point. I guess treasures are probably out of it at this point. And they're probably not going to beat us on network. They might tie us, I guess. They have stronghold in 3 temples, or in 2 temples. So maybe we push for 16 this game. I don't know if we have enough stuff for 16, but we are going to make this TP, I think. And then whether we build this dwelling or not is an open question, I think. I think that there's a pretty decent case for not building that dwelling. Well, what's going to happen here? The dwelling is -1 point to build, and it also could cost us that pass tile, which is probably a bigger deal. Halflings should advance their shipping here. Like, they actually don't even want the dwelling pass tile that bad. So the real threat is treasurers taking it. Auren have at least 2 moves left, so they're not out yet. They do 3 power to worker. Don't put it in their vault, and then send priest to water. That definitely seems to imply, like, not putting in your vault definitely implies that you're staying in the round, so. All right, I think we're building this dwelling. Kind of talked myself into it. I think all our opponents want to stay in the round. Oh wait. Oh, okay, yeah. Nerdcube did advanced shipping. Okay, cool. So we're definitely staying. We did it. We did what we wanted to do here. Auren need to make this TP so that they can get their town out, and then they'll probably just put a cult bump. I think that, yeah, it might just be a coin town at this point for Auren, but 8-pointer is totally sensible as well. I think I was right about, yeah, it was a priest town for halflings. This was actually a good time to upgrade next to me because I can't take power. It's also not clear to me if I want to convert 3 worker to power when I pass, because I really want to open the round with taking the worker's power action. I really, really want a worker's power action here. We'll see. They've already used their bump, yeah. They don't need a priest. They don't really need shipping. If they wanted to get more shipping, they could just take the coin town. They have lots of priests already. So I think that the coin town and the 8-pointer are the best right now. Probably the coin town. Oh, no, they take the 8-pointer. That's fine. I'm not getting any more leech. I don't think I am. So I'll just save myself a point here. Pass. Grab this. I guess the one thing that could happen is Auren could build C4, but I don't think that they really want to do that. Or maybe they do. I don't know. I guess I never know really, but the one advantage we have over our opponents is that we will be making more towns than them left, but I don't think that that will be quite enough now. Like, Nerdcube has 8 points just sitting there for him when he advances digs, and he has much better cult position than I do. How does he have so many workers coming in? Because he landed on here. Yeah, the air one is also going to make a lot of points. I've already built out most of my dwellings, so I'm not making that many points on dwellings. Treasurers are just doing random stuff. Maybe trying to land on the spade. But Auren loved that. They really want to land on this TP tile. Or the skull bump. Like, they're all good. Okay, Auren wants to stay in the round. So they really want this coins? Or they're just maximizing econ, I guess. There is a... Oh, I see. Auren can 3-town. They just need I7. Halflings should hopefully spade this first. I guess they'll spade both of these. What do we want? This is always going to be our town up here. It's possible that this town doesn't happen. Or, I mean, it's possible that we use A10 or A7, like either of those. Maybe halflings can contend for network. They can maybe get down to 15. Like, if they literally just build stuff like this whole round, then it's not impossible. I completely forgot that I was getting power. I should have just down converted into a worker, but whatever. Alright, if you're halflings here, you gotta be advancing dig, I think. Okay. Auren are going to be able to cut through here for a third town. And they can connect on one ship with I-10. That's pretty neat. Sorry, it's a 2-for-1. We're taking that. We want to build all the stuff. Halflings. What have halflings done? They took the coins. That's all that they've done. Well, is this where this town is going? I guess that's the plan. Well, whatever. We'll accept this gift to us. Actually, no, let's not do that. We need to prioritize A7 first. So I think we need to advance our digs now. I'm curious, like if NerdCube tried to ship up to A7, then I don't know if I could get there in time to start. Like I would have to settle for losing a worker to dig A10. But he is just going to build I7. Cool. This essentially forces Auren's hand to double dig this now. I don't think it's going to cost them too much. They can just buy the single spade on I8. And there it is. And then they can hard dig this. Might be worth it to just build TP and hard dig that now. Okay. All right, let's count our structures. If we go TP dwelling, right? TP dwelling, sanctuary dwelling. So this would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would need 16 structures, and we would need to go 2 TPs here, 2 TPs here. Dwelling. I don't think that works out. I don't think that works out. All right, so we would need 2 TPs here. So, okay, so our 3 dwellings will go down here, right? Or our 4 dwellings go here. Then we have a sanctuary. Then we have 2 TPs here. A temple here. And 2 TPs here. Oh, that actually does work out, huh? Okay. I'm not sure if that's the most points, because it involves a lot of worker to coin. Let's see how many workers that is, right? 1 temple, 1 sanctuary, 4 TPs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we would need to spend 4 more dwellings and a dig. And 2 digs. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus 5 workers for dwellings, that's 19. Plus 2 digs, that's 21. That doesn't work out, does it? That doesn't actually work out. So probably the real way to do this is to just avoid building the temple. Avoid building the sanctuary, rather. I think we build A4 and then we just pass. And then we temple for fire 2 or air 1. Huzzah for the 4 towns. No, we don't have enough workers for 4 towns. I did the math. We need to build sanctuary temple for 3 TPs and 4 dwellings, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 workers plus 2 digs. That's 18. I guess I could spend 3 of my priests as workers. That could technically math out. And this would provide another worker. Okay. Maybe I'm back in. Maybe I'm back in. And I guess I can take a workers' town, right? Alright, I think I'm in. Oh wait. I would have to get E2 as well. Because treasurers could take E2. We're so back. There's really no harm. Oh no. Okay, well actually, this might not be the end of the world either. No, it is the end of the world. Crap. We were supposed to pass there. We got way too greedy building this hex. Yeah, okay. I guess halflings have us then. Halflings can also, by the way, end the, like, just start this round by killing I9. I don't think that they will, but they could. They'll probably just take coins. If auren don't pass, I obviously have to pass here. This pass style is way too valuable for me not to. And if halflings do pass, or if auren don't pass, then... Okay, they don't pass. Fine. So I'm going to pass. All right. I think that the most critical tile to ensure is this 7-point 2 worker town. So our first move is Sanctuary Fire 2 with the 2 workers town. And then we make a TP and we probably just take either the priest or the coin town. And then we'll temple for air 1 and do the rest of the stuff. Are you gonna build this bridge or what, dude? Oh, treacherous advanced, they're digging. Okay. So yeah, they're definitely taking E2 and F1. I don't know if we're actually going to get these 4 towns, by the way, but it's by far the most entertaining option that remains. So you have to dip and see if the dream comes true. Yeah, well, tune in later. So can we make up 4 points on halflings? Or 20 points on halflings? Um, we should beat their network pretty comfortably. Um, probably like, we can say probably beat them by 12 on network. Um, if they advance their digging all the way, they're gonna have the, actually shit, treasures have the fewest network points. So I only make up 12 points on halflings in network. They make up 12 points back by advancing their digging. We're tied on the cults. I only make 6 points off of building dwellings, or 8 points off of building dwellings, which is a bummer. Yeah, I don't think that dream is happening, unfortunately. They might even open by taking workers, which would be really, really mean. I would not appreciate that. They decide to connect. Okay. I don't know if they're actually contesting network. They might be fighting Aura network. Who knows? I think I mentioned that I was interested in taking a workers' town. So Auren just effortlessly get this 7 coins, which is pretty wild. Auren are going to get down to... Are they really going to get down to 1 structure? I don't think they will. I don't think that they will. If this 8-point town remained, then I would want that right now. But it does not. I think I might just take the priest town. Because, alright, let's do another math check, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need a temple, 3 TPs, 3 dwellings, that's 11, plus digs, which is hopefully only 3. So getting an extra worker can't hurt as an insurance policy. Yeah, the worker's power action disappears, which is pretty unfortunate. Was kind of hoping I would get that. Auren have pretty obviously kind of crushed us. The one thing is that we'll probably beat their network at least, but not by much. Halflings have beaten Treasure's network, so they're going to get a comfortable 3rd on network. Manufacture a coin out of alchemy. Myoblast doing a little bit of math. I don't think Nerd Cube's going to take this leech. Doesn't really need it anymore. And he'll just build 3 more dwellings. Oh god. Is he going to come up here for his dwellings? That would really, really suck for me. Yeah, he might build E1. He has enough to go H1, F1, E1. I really hope that's not the plan, but... yeah, the bridge is gone, so I'm not making another town otherwise. Shit, yeah, he's done it. Okay. I guess the proper thing to do here is to abandon ship and just go for I2. I guess I can't get I2 really. How many workers do I need? I would need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 more workers plus whatever digs I get, but that's probably just H2, I2 at this point. So I think I can safely do workers to coins now. I will still build E2 if I get the chance, but it looks like treasures are going to take E2 now anyway. Boo, Nerd Cube. Yeah, I mean, I think that he was beating me anyway, but you can't blame him for just like, I guess, like taking a move that guarantees to kill me. Dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? That is so frustrating. And yeah, he does have enough stuff to build this, so... I think we wanted to connect anyway, so that's fine. Like, this is completely the wrong time to be going for natural hexes as red, but whatever. I guess it's okay. You're allowed to do that, but I'm very disappointed. Okay, Auren are only going to get to 15. Huh. Okay, I don't know if this is an olive branch or what, but... I mean, I guess I'm not supposed to worry about that for the moment. I'm just supposed to take air 1 for now, right? Or is fire 3 better? Fire 3 gets me a lot of stuff, but Auren will just pass me effortlessly, as will treasures. So I think that I'm just supposed to air 1. I mean, at this point, why the hell not take this leech, right? Maybe I should have saved the ship advance. The case for saving the ship advance is that then I would have saved myself a few points for advancing ship using these coins. Is anyone giving leech to halflings? Not that I can tell. Treasures are just digging. So maybe it is safe to make this TP then. All they can really do is interfere with me by digging my hex the wrong color. They can't build. Oh, they're out of structures. Okay, fine. So it's totally safe to build D2 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more workers needed. Okay, so I think that then the play is we just dig D1. No, we just build the TP. Okay, we just build the TP. I think that the math works out. Yeah, because we need 2 digs here. That will cycle our power so that we could get the dwelling in if we wanted it. And then we have an 8-point town coming in. So if we assume that we get the full 4 points from this, we'll be at 118. Or we'll get 8 points for 2 dwellings, and then we'll get 8 points for the town. That's 16 more points. It's not enough. Treasures are not that far from getting to 15 network, are they? Maybe they are. They'll get to 14. Yeah, okay, so it looks like we're 3rd, which is pretty unsurprising just given how things worked out in the beginning for Auren. I don't think halflings got any particular breaks, so they played very well, but I think that Auren have them pretty comfortably beat here. I don't know, maybe Nerdcube has enough, but the +6 on network from Auren are going to help a lot. So I think we're like low 150s. Oh no, we're like high 150s. It's not that bad. Like, so this is 133. We win network, that's 151, 155, 157. This is probably 1 point, I think. 158-ish. Halflings are above us. Auren are above us as well. Yeah. Oh well. And yeah, like I could have micro played a little bit better, but I think I had to defend myself a few times. Oh, that's really really shitty. Why would you do that instead of tying halflings on network? That's a horrible play. Also, yeah, that's just a bad play. Whatever. Um, yeah, it's like one of those moves that's like worse and worse the more you look at it. Like you seriously couldn't take fire 3 instead. You're gonna make a temple and it's not fire 3. The fuck? Yeah, I mean, like I didn't have to take all that leech at the end of this game, but that TP got them negative points. So, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Like treasures just, and I realized that like the game is over, but like, and like this doesn't affect placement, but it's extremely aggravating to watch this. Like for that to be tying me on water instead of beating Orin on fire is insane. It's also an extra resource point for getting up there, but really like they should have just been building out to 14 structures anyway because they have Earth 1 as a dwelling round and they're one away from tying halflings on network. It's just it's just so bad. Yeah, so Treasure has really carried Orin to the finish line here from the very beginning, honestly. But um, like it's a high level table, but in my eyes, it was also kind of determined by the weakest player, which very often happens at these games. I think. Did Nerdcube win? And Nerdcube actually won. Nerd keeps saying that he got the spade from seat 1, so it was fair in the end. Yeah. Not a fast game. Halflings had a pretty fast one, but man, treasure taking that long to make that many wrong decisions was really rough. We did 4 town, so we achieved our dream. We got all the scoring favors. We achieved that dream. We got the fewest scoring tile points because we built too many dwellings early, but yeah, I don't think that we could have really hit the track any better than this. I don't think we were ever getting 2 towns that early. We could have like maybe optimized our converts a little bit better at the end, and maybe half like if let's see like where were we in any form in striking distance of halflings. We can't ask for treasurers to really like get to 15 network. I don't think that they were just strong enough of a player to do that. But if they did, and halflings dropped 6 points in network, and if treasurers don't pass me here on water, and if I play like 3 to 4 points better in terms of converts, then that's +2 for me. It's 159. -3 for halflings. 168. I don't know. I don't think that there was 9 points worth there. But yeah, I mean this game, like if treasurers take the spade and they're sitting on G2, then this game is just totally different, right? And like that's kind of the game that I was expecting, but realistically, I shouldn't be planning for that type of game. And also realistically, I should be probably on G5, and like just crowding halflings a little bit and cutting off Auren's town. Like being on G5 cuts off, or well, I guess Auren might cut off my escape route by digging through these hexes, and they might beat me to B5. So there's like lots of things that just could have been different anyway. We made an iffy decision to take double spade in round 1. I don't think it wound up being that bad, but maybe paying 30 was a little more than we wanted. Just needed a little more somewhere, like maybe a few more cult points, like treasures, like pushing less hard on cults. Like we could have pushed a little harder on cults. But I think that we did everything that we really wanted to do. It just wound up being a little not quite enough. It just wasn't quite enough. That's okay. We underestimated the power of the cult rewards, I think, and that's pretty much it. 4-player game decided by the player uninvolved in the race. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, like at the beginning of the game, they weren't uninvolved in the race, right? Like they're the worst player, but anyone can win a game of Terra Mystica. But they threw away the game at the beginning, which is, that's the sad part. Like not placing G2, I can understand that, but not taking the spade, I think that throws away the game, unfortunately. So anyway, that's that. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully, it was a worthwhile watch, even if I didn't perform particularly well, and the decisions weren't that interesting. Well, at least we got 4 towns, right? 4 towns is always cool. So, all right, thanks everyone. We will see you next time. Hey Nerdkey, what's up? I did stream this one. I was just complaining about a lot of things. A lot of things. we can we can take it up later maybe, but but yeah, um, yeah. Thanks for the game. Well played. We'll see you next time.